left right now are 60-pound cases frozen.
I feel so scared! Oh my god. I just inhaled pepper. I totally wrecked this book. Welcome back to TASTEBUD Travel Show. This is the show where I'm surprised with a recipe from an international cookbook. I have no idea what the cookbook is. I don't even know what I'm making, and I've got to make it here on the spot. All right, what do you guys have for me? What's in store today? Okay, they just gave me the exotic kitchens of Peru. I love Peruvian food. I don't know if you've ever had Peruvian food, but it's influenced by so many cultures, and it's just like the perfect fusion. So, is this the recipe you guys chose for me? Okay. So, we're casually gonna make Anticuchos. I think that's how you say it. I'm going to double check. Barbecued spicy beef hearts on a skewer. I don't know where I'm going to find beef hearts. After dark, the Anticuchos snack shops are thronged with people chewing enthusiastically. Now, I guess I think I want to just preface something really quickly. These are a lot of exotic animal parts. Exotic meaning not traditional here in the US, but I mean, you can judge me all you want, but if you're watching this episode, just keep an open mind. I hope you don't judge any culture or any people of a different time period, different culture who are utilizing different parts of an animal. Many people think of this as preserving the animal and not wasting any food. So I do respect this. I eat meat, so I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna make it. We just gotta go find some beef hearts. Hi, do you guys sell beef hearts?
Beef heart? No.
No? Okay, thank you so much. Do you guys sell beef hearts?
Yeah, Leon.
You don't? Okay, thank you. Hi, do you sell beef hearts?
Yes.
You do?
Have it till, the only thing I have left right now are 60-pound cases frozen. I don't have anything smaller than that until next week.
Oh, unfortunately, I'm just cooking for two. Okay, I'm just gonna go to Reading Terminal Market. I've been there. They have 3 butchers. I know they've got something. If this doesn't work, then this is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Oh my god. I have a journey. Okay, so I ended up at a butcher that had chicken hearts, and I ended up buying all their chicken hearts. I feel so scared! Oh my god. Like, I saw him handling the hearts, but I didn't realize I'm gonna have to hold them eventually in my hands. So I ended up getting 2 pounds of chicken hearts. And I Googled this on the way there. I was looking up like how common it is to cook with chicken hearts, and people eat them a lot. So we'll see how this goes. Even though it wasn't written as a substitute in my book online, it said this could be a good, healthier alternative. So we're gonna rock it, we're gonna roll it, let's do it. Something else I found when I was there is this big ass yuca, and we're gonna play with it. This is very Peruvian as well. It's also known as cassava, and I love yuca. So let's do it. I've got this bag of hearts. It's time to break them. These would go to waste. They're edible and they would go to waste, so I feel fine about this. Let's just grab it. From what I saw online, okay. We have some fat around the heart. Fat is flavor, and that's fine, but some of them have like membranes and stuff, and we're gonna just trim that off. If I were to go to Peru, I would totally eat anticuchos because it's considered like a very common street food, very popular, very delicious. If you're gonna eat it, you might as well learn how to make it. Should I have them? I feel like maybe I just leave them whole. You know what, we're gonna leave them whole. Let's leave them whole. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Make sure nothing is in the chambers of the heart. Ah! There's blood coming out! This is, you have to have a really strong stomach to be a butcher. I'm gonna go rinse these with water. Aside from butchering the hearts, the rest of the recipe is really simple and just requires some time. Not the herb, like actual time. In a large bowl, we're combining the marinade. So in a large bowl, combine the ACHIOTE oil, salt, cumin, pepper, garlic, ají paste, and vinegar. There are 2 ingredients there that I had to kind of get creative with. So the first one is ACHIOTE. which in this glossary, it says it's a red-orange vegetable coloring without much flavor. I found a substitute on Epicurious on how to build something similar, but it has more flavor. For this substitute, 1.5 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon white vinegar, 3/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 clove of garlic minced. I'm just gonna use my microplane to finely grate it because in the recipe it says I need to grate some more garlic later on. So yeah, but this is actually a paste just like what you would buy, I guess. It does have a bright red orange pigment. It says, okay, in this recipe it says dissolve the achiote in 3 tablespoons of hot corn oil. Oh my God, you smell that? That smells, you don't. You don't smell it, but it smells so good. We're going to make a substitute for ají amarillo, which means a yellow pepper, a yellow Peruvian chili. That's what it really means. So they're grown in all regions of Peru and they're eaten almost daily in the sauces and seasonings. Heat is 40 to 50,000 Scoville units. When I was looking up substitutes, there's a heat level. The Serrano works with the heat level, but it's totally different in flavor. Flavor-wise, to get something a little more fruity, the habanero is what was recommended. And like my heat tolerance is so low, but you know, we have to live true. We have to live true to the flavor. So we're gonna do that. Ground to a paste with 1/2 cup of water, 2 tablespoons chopped. Just be so careful if you're doing this of the juices that might hit your eyes because habaneros are so spicy. Okay, I've got my chef's knife. I'm just going to cut it into strips, thin strips. And the goal here, we want to make it into a paste. That's what it says. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically mince it. All right. Oh my God, I'm so scared that this is going to be so spicy. I want to try my best to make this as authentic as possible. Because in Peru, if I were to get this on the street, it would be spicy. I ain't no bitch. I am totally a bitch when it comes to heat. Like, I can't handle it. To take this, I just inhaled pepper. Peppery air is too spicy for me. That's how bad it is. You just want to layer this all together, take your knife and kind of press it. So you're basically squeezing out the juices and getting rid of that structure of the pepper so that it forms a paste more easily, right? I got the 1/8 of a cup measuring cup just for this. I never use this. I always think, why would we do that? And now I know why. It's when you're making peppery paste. Combine the achiote oil, which we have. So 2 teaspoons of salt. This is a marinade and we can eyeball it, but salt is important. So I would say this is about 1/4, 1/2, and 2/3. 2/3 of a teaspoon of cumin, yum. Pepper, 2/3 of a teaspoon. I'm assuming they mean black pepper. I'm just gonna eyeball this as well. Let's grind our garlic up in here. Once again, I'm using my microplane, but if you have a garlic press, that will work beautifully as well. We need to combine the ají paste, which is watery peppers, but we're gonna do it anyway. Going right in the pot. This is not a pot, but you know what I'm saying. Honestly, this smells so good. And it's time for some acid. We're gonna just use a classic distilled white vinegar here. Add the hearts and mix well. Marinate preferably overnight, if not a minimum of 4 hours. So I think we'll just stick with the 4 hours. Add those rinsed hearts right in there. Bloop, 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 bloop. I feel like that's the noise they would make if they could talk. Yes, I'm just gonna remove a blood clot really quick. Part of the job. Part of the job. You gotta get with it. While these marinate, I am gonna prepare a yuca because it says that I can serve these with sweet potatoes, and I feel like this is better. I have a recipe for air fried yuca fries, so we're gonna do that. These are hard to cut. I'm gonna get. Yeah. Yep, that's it. There we go. Meanwhile, my hands are on fire from that habanero. Like, I can't handle the heat. I'm so screwed. So if you've never cooked with yuca, it feels kind of chalky and starchy. And it tastes like an earthier sweet potato with as much starch as a regular potato. Oh, it's really delicious. You really gotta try it. All right, so these are some big fries. I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna make them into like nubs. We're making yuca nubs. All right, I've got all these chopped up. We're gonna put them in some boiling salted water. We want them to be part cooked because we wanna kill the cyanide. We need to cook it off. And then they're gonna also residually cook in the air fryer. I have this corn oil. I'm just gonna coat it in some corn oil and we're gonna air fry the yuca. I love boiled yuca. I could just eat it like this, honestly. It's so good. I'm gonna air fry half of these and just leave the other half mashed. So I'm placing them one by one in the air fryer. My yuca fries are almost done, by the way. They have 2 minutes left. They're looking just all right, but they're gonna taste amazing. Step 3, push 4 or 5 seasoned cubes close together on each skewer. I soaked my skewers for about 15 minutes because it will burn if you don't soak it. All right, to be safe, I'm going to slice these and just make sure if there are any excess clots that I get them out. Wow, the color of the heart totally changed. Okay, I'm gonna take 4 of these and we're gonna just do it again. We're gonna continue to stab the hearts with the skewer. I was so surprised when I went to the store like how cheap chicken hearts are. It's because otherwise they're going in the trash, right? Like if we're not eating them, they're gonna be thrown away. So I really do appreciate the fact that hearts have been used in a dish that's actually so popular. Okay, I think we skewered it up. The grill's preheated to 600 degrees. I don't have a charcoal grill, just gas. I'm gonna put these on the grill. Woo! My neighbors are gonna come and be like, what are you doing? What are you making? Smells awesome. I'm gonna give them a little brush now, just because that's what my flavor instincts are telling me. Then we're gonna come back, it's gonna get really fiery. All right, this is the last of the marinade. These two look awesome. All right, I feel like we're about done. These look incredible. Look at these. These kind of look like sausages. I don't think anyone would be able to guess that these are hearts. I'm really scared to try them just because of my pepper substitution. They're not supposed to be deadly spicy, but I kind of made them deadly spicy. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna plate them with some of my fried yuca. So, I totally wrecked this book. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay, okay. Oh my God, should I get like milk nearby? All right, just a reminder, these are not supposed to be super spicy. That was my fault with the pepper substitute. So let's just dig in. Whoa. Wow, that is not tough. This is delicious. The flavors are outstanding. I don't have a lot of heat hitting me yet, but if it's anything like my hand, it's gonna come in full force in a second. Because these are chicken hearts, it kind of gives me chicken thigh flavor vibes, and then we have this bright, peppery, acidic, spicy rub on here that really penetrated through the meat. Like they are full of flavor. I'm gonna have another one. I like chicken heart on a skewer. I love anticuchos, that's the word. I am vibing this, and I can only imagine what cooking it with beef heart would do, because that has a more savory, intense flavor from what I'm reading. Of course, chicken hearts are pretty out there, especially if you live in America. It's not really custom to enjoy the heart of an animal. So if you wanted to make this, you could cube some chicken meat, put it in this marinade. It's going to absorb so much flavor. I would recommend using the dark meat of a chicken, but that is harder to cube than the chicken breast. So do what you're comfortable with. And also, beef would taste obviously so good with this marinade. You just cube up any cut of meat that you prefer. Try it, because the marinade is everything. Without the marinade, we are nothing. I didn't expect to love this the way that I did. This was a good choice, you guys. Even though it was hard. It was hard. We had some roadblocks and bird hands. But I'm happy. Thank you guys.